Hello everyone and welcome to Clyde92 TV. So for those of you that have been subscribers of my channel for a while, you know that I like to have the fans, you guys, decide which team I play as in each of my series. So at the time of this recording, it is August and we're approaching the NFL season. We're less than a month away, which means that Madden 16 will be coming out in the next month. I like to start up my Madden series when the game comes out, so I'm starting this poll now. Here are the 5 teams that I'm considering using for my Madden series. I want you guys to go into the comments section below and tell me which of these 5 teams you want me to play as. At the end of this month, I'm going to go into the comments section below of this video and count all of the votes. Whichever team has the most votes will be the team that I end up using. So the 5 teams that I'm considering are the Cleveland Browns, Jacksonville Jaguars, Washington Redskins, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Minnesota Vikings. Another thing that I want you guys to vote on in the comments section is whether you want me to control the entire team or just one specific player. Now, the past 2 years that I've done this series, I've controlled the entire team. 2 years ago, I used the St. Louis Rams, and last year, I used the New York Jets. Now, this would be the first year that I would control just a single player. That player would most likely be a quarterback. Honestly, right now, I'm considering controlling just the one player, mainly because it shakes the series up a little bit. I've never done anything like this before, and I think I could do a couple cool storylines by controlling just that one player. Anyways, you can put your votes in the comments section below. Right now, I'm going to go through each of the 5 teams and what I would plan on doing with each of those teams. So starting off, we have the Cleveland Browns, essentially the armpit of the entire NFL. Last year, we learned that Johnny Manziel wasn't the player that many people expected him to be. The Browns were also shifting around their running backs constantly throughout the entire year. The Browns do have some key pieces that I could work with on that team. They have Josh Gordon, the wide receiver, so maybe we could turn them into a pass-first kind of team. They also have Joe Hayden on defense, so at least we have some key pieces that we can work with, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. The only thing that the Jaguars really have going for them is that they're not in the strongest division. The strongest team in that division is the Indianapolis Colts. I don't think the Jaguars are good enough to beat them out for a playoff spot, but maybe the strategy in Jacksonville is to just get that wild card spot in the playoffs and work our way up from there. Next up, we have the Washington Redskins. I remember a couple years ago when RG3 was in his rookie year, a lot of people were impressed with the Redskins, but since then, they just haven't been the same team. Robert Griffin III is getting injured almost every year now. Alfred Morris is not the running back that he used to be just a couple years ago, and they just have an atrocious defense. Out of all 5 of these teams, I think that the Redskins would be the hardest to work with. So next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had the first pick in the draft. They got Jameis Winston. They have Doug Martin. They have Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans. Just looking at that offense, it's pretty impressive. I would not be surprised if the Buccaneers were a lot better this year than they were last year. I think that would be a really fun team to play with if I played with the entire team rather than just one specific player. And lastly, we have the Minnesota Vikings. We all know the story that happened with Adrian Peterson last year. He's going to be back this year and better than ever. It's not like the guy was arrested and he wasn't able to practice last year when he was suspended. He's been training the entire year. I would not be surprised if he had his best season of his entire career this year. If I were to play this series as a quarterback, the Vikings would be the team to do it with. So you can put your votes in the comments section below for what team I should play as, and if I should play as an entire team or just one player. Anyways, I hope you guys had a fun time watching this video. Be sure to have a great day. God bless you guys. Bye.